In this video, you will learn about trigonometric ratios in different quadrants. If you are a new learner of trigonometry topic, I suggest you please watch my trigonometric part 1. Then only you can understand this video also. So, please watch my first video of the trigonometry part 1. Trigonometry part 1 link is given in above cards. Hi, this is Madhubabu. In the last video, trigonometry part 1, already we have discussed about trigonometric ratios for some specific angles, 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees and 90 degrees. Suppose we have to find sine 120 degrees. We did not discuss about the 120 degrees in previous video. To find cos 120 degrees, tan 210 degrees, cos 300 degrees, like that, we can find by the help of Cartesian plane. Cartesian means coordinate axis, x-axis and y-axis. Take x-axis and y-axis on a plane. In this Cartesian plane, y-axis divides the x-axis into two equal parts. That part's right hand side part is, these are the positive numbers, so this is the positive x-axis and the y-axis dash is negative x-axis, and x-axis divides the y-axis into two parts, that is, this is positive y-axis and this is negative y-axis. In this plane, the Cartesian plane, x-axis, y-axis divides the plane into four quadrants. They are quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. How can we define the quadrants? According to the some conditions. With the positive x-axis, in anti-clockwise direction, with the positive x-axis in anti-clockwise direction, we should take the quadrants in order. That is, this is the quadrant 1, this is quadrant 2 and quadrant 3, quadrant 4. In first quadrant, all are positive. In x-axis positive and y-axis also positive. In first quadrant, all are positive. In second quadrant, x is negative and y is positive. In third quadrant, x is negative, y is negative. In fourth quadrant, x is positive and y is negative. To find the trigonometric ratios for some specific angles, they are 120 degrees, 210 degrees, 300 degrees, like that. First we have to draw a circle as a origin as a center. Origin as a center, draw a circle. To find the signs, that means positive sign, negative sign in different quadrants, first we will go to the first quadrant. Take a point on the circle on a first quadrant as P and that point as x comma y, and draw join OP. This is the radius of the circle, and draw a perpendicular line to positive y-axis from P. Then here OAP is a right angle triangle. Let the angle AOP as theta. Angle AOP is as theta. Then we have to find the sin theta, cos theta and all the trigonometric ratios. In this first quadrant, this length take as positive. Why? All are the positive values, and parallel to the y-axis, positive y-axis. So take this length of this side as positive, that is y. So let us go to the find the trigonometric ratios for the angle theta in first quadrant. Sin theta, first one sin theta. Sin theta means opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite side PA, that means the length is y, and this is the radius. Radius is always positive. Radius means hypotenuse is always positive. So positive by positive, sin theta. Positive by positive. So sin theta is always positive in quadrant 1. Next, cos theta. Cos theta means the adjacent side to the angle theta by hypotenuse. So adjacent is positive. So positive by hypotenuse is radius. So it is also positive. So positive by positive, always positive. So cos theta is also positive. Similarly, tan theta, cosecant theta and secant theta and cot theta are positive in quadrant 1. So finally we conclude that in quadrant 1 all trigonometric ratios are positive. And take OX as initial ray, and this chalk piece, for example, this is as a terminal ray. It moves like this. Suppose terminal ray moves, made one rotation, then the terminal ray made an angle with the positive x-axis is 360 degrees. If initial ray and this terminal ray on same position, the angle between the two rays is 0 degrees. The positive y-axis take as terminal ray, then the angle between the two rays is 90 degrees with the positive x-axis. With the positive x-axis, negative x-axis made an angle with an angle 180 degrees. This is, and negative y-axis with the positive x-axis, negative y-axis made an angle 270 degrees. And again a terminal ray made one rotation, then it makes 360 degrees. In trigonometry, the terminal ray moves, made one rotation, two rotations, three rotations and so on. Completely it continues process. So if terminal ray made two rotations, then the angle between the terminal ray and this initial ray is 720 degrees. It continued process. Suppose a terminal ray in quadrant 2, made an angle with the positive x-axis is 120 degrees. With positive x-axis 120 degrees, then the terminal ray lies in quadrant 2. So in quadrant 2 we have to find the trigonometric ratios in quadrant 2. Let us discuss. Suppose this is theta and this is the radius of the circle, and take as hypotenuse In this quadrant, take one point Q. In quadrant 2, in Cartesian plane, in quadrant 2, x-axis is negative, so take one point as minus x, and y-axis is positive. So in quadrant 2, x coordinate is negative and y coordinate is positive, minus xy. Draw a perpendicular line to the negative x-axis. Then take again this angle as theta inside. We can write 180 minus theta also. So take the angle between the terminal ray and this negative x-axis. Then sin theta. Sin theta means opposite side. Opposite side is y-axis. To parallel to the y-axis, it is positive. So opposite side length is y. It is positive, and hypotenuse is always positive. So sin theta is positive in the second quadrant. And come to the cos theta. Cos theta means this theta. Cos theta means adjacent side to the angle theta, and by hypotenuse. Adjacent side is negative. Adjacent side is negative. So negative by this positive is negative. So in quadrant 2, cos theta is negative. Next, tan theta. Tan theta, opposite side by adjacent side. Opposite side is positive, which is parallel to positive y-axis, that's why. And adjacent side is negative. So positive by negative is negative. So in quadrant 2, tan theta is negative. Cosecant theta. Cosecant theta means hypotenuse by opposite side. Hypotenuse is positive. Opposite side is also positive. This length is y. This length is minus x. So positive by positive, cosecant theta is positive. So we observe that sin theta and its reciprocal, sin theta and its reciprocal cosecant theta are positive in quadrant 2, and remaining ratios are negative. So in quadrant 2, sin and its reciprocal cosecant positive. Sin and its reciprocal cosecant are positive in quadrant 2. Next, again take a radius in quadrant 3. Suppose in quadrant 3, both x-axis and y-axis are negative. So the x coordinate and y coordinate both are negative. Draw a perpendicular line again. Let the angle between these two rays as theta. We will check. Sin theta. Sin theta means opposite side. Opposite side is negative, which is parallel to the negative y-axis. So opposite side is negative. Sin theta. Sin theta means opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite side, that is, this length is y, minus y. So take as negative, and hypotenuse is positive. So plus by minus, that is equals to the minus. So sin theta is negative in third quadrant. And cos theta. Cos theta means adjacent side by hypotenuse. Adjacent side is negative and hypotenuse is positive. So cos theta is negative. Tan theta. Tan theta, that means opposite side by adjacent side. Opposite side is negative and adjacent side is also negative. So in this third quadrant, tan theta is positive. We observe that tan theta and its reciprocal cot theta both are positive in the third quadrant, and remaining trigonometric ratios are negative. So tan and its reciprocal cot are positive. In fourth quadrant, x-axis is positive and y-axis is negative. So draw a radius in fourth quadrant and take it as well as a terminal ray. Then with positive x-axis, the terminal ray made an angle theta. In this fourth quadrant, x-axis is positive and y-axis is negative. Next, draw a perpendicular line. Draw a perpendicular line from S to positive x-axis. Then this angle between the positive x-axis and the terminal ray as theta. Then sin theta means opposite side by hypotenuse, opposite side which is parallel to the negative y-axis. So take as negative. So minus by hypotenuse is always positive, minus by plus, then we will get minus. So sin theta is negative in quadrant 4. Come to the cos theta. Cos theta means adjacent side by hypotenuse. Adjacent side is positive and hypotenuse is positive. So in fourth quadrant, cos is positive. So we can observe that in fourth quadrant, cos and its reciprocal remaining trigonometric are negative. This is the proofs for the trigonometric ratios in different quadrants. Otherwise, with some technique, you can easily find the values which are positive, which are negative in the different quadrants. Identify by some easy technique, that is A, S, T, C. In first quadrant, all are positive. In second quadrant, sin and its reciprocal positive. In third quadrant, tan and its reciprocal positive. In fourth quadrant, cos and secants are positive. ASTC means we are taking so many examples by in our own way. ASTC, we can conclude that we can take as all silver teacups, or add sugar to coffee, and all students too crazy, or all students talk in class. You can remember some words as you wish. So we can identify these trigonometric ratios in different quadrants. In first quadrant, all are positive. In quadrant 2, sin and its reciprocal cosecant are positive. In third quadrant, tan and its reciprocal cot are positive. And in fourth quadrant, cos and secant are positive. And suppose take one angle with the positive x-axis. I am taking 120 degrees. This terminal ray makes 120 degrees with positive x-axis. So 120 degrees lies in Q2. We have to find 120 degrees in some trigonometric ratios. Tan 120 degrees, sin 120 degrees. 120 degrees lies in Q2. It lies in Q2. Q2 ending angles are 90 degrees and 180 degrees. With the help of these two angles, we can find, suppose 210 degrees with positive x-axis lies in Q3, We can find the 210 degrees values by using ending quadrant, this quadrant ending angles 180 or 270. So these are horizontal angles 0, 360 degrees, 180 degrees, and 90 degrees and 270 are vertical angles. At the vertical angles at 90 plus theta or 90 minus theta, and also 270 minus theta at 270 plus theta, the trigonometric ratios will be changed. Sine as cos, cos as sine, like that. So note, this is the important note to find the angles in different quadrants. At 90 plus or minus theta and 270 plus or minus theta, the trigonometric ratios will be changed as follows. Sine will be changed as cos, cos will be changed as sine, interchanging. Tan as cot, cot as tan, cosecant as secant, and secant as cosecant. So this is the full information. With this information, we can find these values. First go to tan 120 degrees. 120 degrees lies in Q2. We can write 120 degrees as 90 plus theta or 180 minus theta. 120 means 90 plus 30. So this is the one way. Tan 120 we can write as tan 90 plus 30 degrees. By using this quadrant ending angles, we can find with the help tan 90 plus theta. Already note is there. At 90 plus or minus theta, the trigonometric ratios will be changed. So tan interchange as cot. So tan will be at 90 plus or minus theta, tan will be changed as cot, and neglect 90 degrees, just write 30 degrees. And observe this quadrant table. 120 degrees lies in Q2. In Q2, given tan is negative. In Q2 only sine and cosecant are positive, so tan is negative, so keep minus. Minus cot 30 degrees. Cot 30 degrees means cot 30 degrees value tan 60, that is root 3. So finally tan 120 degrees is minus root 3. We can find the trigonometric ratios in different quadrants like this. And another way, in the same quadrant we can write the 180 minus. So tan, we can write tan 120 degrees as tan 180 minus 60 degrees. At horizontal angles, that means 180 degrees or 360 degrees or 720 degrees, the trigonometric ratios will never be changed. So tan as it is, you write tan, neglect 180 degrees and write 60 degrees. But 120 degrees, given 120 degrees lies in Q2. In Q2, given tan ratio is negative. So keep minus. So minus tan 60 degrees square root 3. So finally, we can conclude that tan 120 degrees value is minus root 3. In both methods, we got the same answer. So I preferred by using horizontal angles, we can get answer easily without interchanging the trigonometric ratios. Next angle is sine 120 degrees. To find sine 120 degrees, it has two methods. Sine 120, we can write Sine 90 plus theta or sine 180 minus theta in previous way. So sine 120 degrees we can write as 90 plus 30 degrees, or sine 180 minus 60 degrees. At sine 90 plus or minus theta, the ratios will be changed. So sine as cos. So write cos, neglect 90 degrees and write 30 degrees, cos 30 degrees, and come to the given angle 120 degrees. 120 degrees lies in Q2. In Q2, the sine ratio is positive. So keep as it is positive. Cos 30 degrees value is equals to the sine 60 value, that is square root 3 by 2. So sine 120 degrees is equals to root 3 by 2. In another method, at 180 plus or minus theta, the ratios will never be changed. So sine as it is, neglect 180 degrees and write 60 degrees, and come to the angle sine 120 degrees in Q2. Again sine is positive, so keep positive as it is. Sine 60 degrees is equals to square root 3 by 2. So we can find the angles by using ending angles of quadrants. Observe here 0 degrees, 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 270 degrees. These angles does not lie in any quadrant. For example, 90 degrees, it does not belongs to Q1 and does not belongs to Q2. Neither belongs to Q1 nor belongs to Q2. How can we find the angles of 90 degrees or 180 degrees? So we'll check by one example. 180 degrees. A terminal ray makes 180 degrees with positive x-axis. Suppose we can find the angles 180 degrees, sine 180 degrees, sine 180 degrees. 180 degrees neither belongs to Q2 nor belongs to Q3. How can we find? So for example, sine 180 degrees we can write in two ways. That is, first one is we can write sine 180 degrees plus 0 degrees, or sine 180 degrees minus 0 degrees. 180 plus theta. It is 180 plus theta. 180 plus theta means it lies in Q3. In Q3, sine 180 plus theta we can write as 180 plus 0 degrees, and sine 180, at 180 the ratios will never be changed. So write sine as it is and neglect 180, write 0 degrees. And 180 plus theta. 180 plus theta means lies in Q3. In Q3, sine is negative. Only tan and cot are positive. So sine is negative. So keep negative symbol minus. So minus sine 0 degrees. Sine 0 degrees is equals to 0. So minus 0 means it is 0. So sine 180 degrees is equals to 0. This value is 0. Minus 0, that is equals to 0. Why? Because 0 is neither positive nor negative. So minus 0 we can write as 0 also. And come to the another method, sine 180 minus 0 degrees we can write sine 180 degrees as sine 180 minus 0 degrees also. Sine 180 minus, at 180 sine is as it is, the ratios never be changed. Neglect 180 degrees and write 0 degrees. 180 minus 0, 180 minus theta means, 180 minus theta means lies in Q2. In Q2 sine is always positive. So sine 0 degrees finally. Sine 0 degrees is value is 0. So we can find the angles which lies on axis. One more example, 300 degrees. 300 degrees lies in Q4. See two more examples, cot 300 degrees and cos 300 degrees without calculating on the paper. So cot 300 degrees we can write as 270 plus with quadrant ending angles 270 or 360. So we can write cot 300 degrees as cot 270 plus 30 degrees. At 270 plus or minus theta, the ratios will be changed. So cot 300 means cot 270 plus 30 degrees. So it will be changed as tan 30 degrees, and 300 degrees lies in Q4 and cot will be negative. So this value is minus tan 30. Minus tan 30 is equals to minus tan 30 value 1 by root 3. So this value is minus 1 by root 3. And come to the cos 300 degrees. Cos 300 degrees we can write as cos 270 plus 30 degrees or cos 360 minus 60 degrees. Suppose cos 270 plus 30. Cos 270 plus 30, at 270 plus or minus theta, the ratios will be changed. So cos 270 plus 30 degrees will be changed as sin 30 degrees. And cos 300 degrees, 300 lies in Q4. In Q4 cos is positive. So as it is, cos 300 degrees value is sin 30 degrees. So sin 30 value is 1 by 2. So cos 300 degrees value is 1 by 2. Cos 360 degrees minus, this is another more important, 360 degrees minus theta we can write as minus theta. This is one more important note. We can write 360 degrees minus theta as minus theta. Suppose sin 360 minus 60 degrees we can write as a sin of minus 60 degrees. So these both values are same. In 360 minus theta means it lies in Q4. In Q4 sin is negative. So sin minus theta is equals to sin of 360 minus theta, sin of minus theta. 360 minus Q4, in Q4 sin is negative. So this value is minus sin theta. And come to the cos of minus theta, that is equals to 360 minus theta. So cos of minus theta in Q4 cos is positive. So cos of minus theta will be changed as cos theta. And tan of minus theta. Tan of minus theta means tan of 360 minus theta. Tan in Q4, tan is negative, so it will be changed as minus tan theta. Similarly, sin reciprocal cosecant is also cosecant of minus theta minus cosecant theta. It's reciprocal, cos reciprocal secant, secant of minus theta. Secant is positive in Q4, so secant of minus theta will be secant theta. Tan reciprocal cot, so cot of minus theta will be minus cot theta. So by using this information, we can find the values of the angles in different trigonometric ratios in different quadrants easily. If you like the video, please like it and share it to those who need maths basics and subscribe for more videos. Thank you for watching.